flowers, and welcome to A Merry Space with Nisi. Every day we see people out and about, yet we never know what they are thinking, why they make certain decisions, why they look or behave the way they do, or the personal pain they are experiencing, and that's because we lack the knowledge that should really be the lens through which we see the world and everyone around us. All of us see the world differently, which means we create our own interpretations and the decisions we make. Of course, everyone has a right to make choices and form their own perceptions based on how they see and experience the world around them. Why not? If that's so, why does it affect us? Why do we worry about what others say or take their opinions personally? We are so quick to judge others instead of taking time to understand them. Well, it appears to be a natural tendency to judge others before knowing anything about them, which is not so cool. If individuals don't act a specific way or agree with us on certain issues, we are likely to get bent out of shape because he or she does not see the situation our way. Well, how about taking a deep breath, chill, view the same situation another way, savor it for a moment, then try to accommodate the other person's point of view instead of exhibiting insensitivity. It's odd to believe that the people we interact with, whether it's our family, friends, or colleagues, should think like us, feel like us, behave like us, or see things from our point of view. Who says that our principles and judgments are best for everyone? Frankly, the real world doesn't operate that way because we all see things from different angles. People have the right to their own opinions too, so when others don't see things our way, don't get upset or judge them. Whenever we are about to find fault, disagree with, or judge someone, let's ask ourselves this question. What fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I'm about to criticize? Have you ever thought about that? How often do we look inwardly at ourselves and ponder about our imperfections? Well, we can't understand a person's experiences, challenges, thought processes, etc. until we are in a similar predicament or experience the same things. If we put ourselves in his or her shoes for a moment, maybe we could understand why that person thinks or behaves a certain way. Easier said than done, right? Allow me to say this. Be willing to be wrong sometimes for the benefit of growth and learning, which are valuable skills to elevate tolerance levels and see things through different lenses. When we acknowledge and celebrate other people's insights, we open our minds to various ways of thinking, broaden our experience, accept others' views, approach conversations with willingness to be non-judgmental, and consider situations from other standpoints. I refer to this as understanding others because it gives a sense of tolerance while reducing biases, judgment, and conflict. If you're a person capable of maintaining high levels of tolerance, that's great because it shows you are flexible and can be comfortable in almost any setting or clusters. Listen, it's natural for misunderstandings and conflicts to occur, especially when we fail to understand each other or don't take time to value their differences in opinions. These unreceptive behaviors happen because of our inability to step outside of our comfort zone and accept the other person's points of view, which brings to mind, if we can't take a moment to understand or walk in another person's shoes, how are we going to reach any sort of agreement or understanding with them? Given that we need to interact with people, friction will happen occasionally since it's an inevitable part of any relationship. So, having different opinions or points of view should not be held grudgingly among individuals. For example, if you and I don't see eye to eye on an issue, we shouldn't be angry with each other or stop being friends. Separate the two issues because our friendship is one thing and the disagreement is another. We all have our own opinions, make choices based on our likes, moods, and see situations in profoundly different ways. It's almost understanding and accepting each other for their likes and disapprovals. Instead of disagreeing with someone's opinion on a subject or trying to change their opinion to ours, let's be logical and show a bit of compassion. Don't force or convince a person to see things our way. Though some people think they need to fit in, so they agree with what we say without thinking through their own idea. Then there are individuals who believe that their perspectives are correct all the time, not knowing the real deal or having accurate information, yet they want to form an opinion based on things regardless of inadequate or ambiguous information despite anyone else's version. Understanding others is all about empathy and how we develop our appreciation and understanding of other people, cultures, and how to establish meaningful and lasting relationships with those around us. Also, empathy triggers our thoughts, behaviors, and imagination that helps us to approach situations and understand other people's feelings, foster mutual respect, and acknowledge their outlook so we can respond to circumstances appropriately. Although we know it's unfair to judge others for whatever reason, we still do. Remember that respecting another person's opinion doesn't mean you have to agree or go along with their belief. It simply means you recognize that it's their thought. So accept that concept since their opinion differs from yours, and hopefully you understand that. No need to fret about petty stuff. Sometimes people may do things or make decisions we disagree with. The bottom line is, provided we can reach an understanding and respect each other's views, then that's good. It's all about knowing how to play in the sandbox. Understanding others means respecting their opinions, though we may disagree with them on an issue. Also, understanding others shows empathy and respect regardless of their present situation, since we can't really know what it's like to live in someone else's reality if we have not had their experience or know their circumstances until it hits home. For these reasons, instead of criticizing others, have a big heart and extend a helping hand, because we just don't know if or when we will have a similar experience. What we hear and see when we're watching others depends on the clarity of the window through which we look. So don't be too quick to judge, especially if our perspectives of life are filled with disappointments, jealousy, or an unfulfilled life. Be willing to listen and consider other people's perspectives, even if we think they are incorrect. It surely wouldn't hurt to smile and keep it moving. Before every interaction, take a moment to ground yourself and try to understand the other person rather than to be understood. Always listen carefully with an open mind and the willingness to accept another person's views. This attitude could help to develop your mind and change your way of thinking. Everyone is entitled to their opinion because at the end of the day, it's your opinion that matters. To sum it up, every great human accomplishment derived from differing opinions. So keep in mind that seeing things from different perspectives can allow us to create something better than anyone could on their own. Just think about that. I'll leave you with this thought. It goes like this. Don't judge or find fault with a man or woman who limps, stumbles beneath their load, struggles along the road, unless you have worn the shoes he or she wears. So that's it for now. Again, I thank you for listening to A Merry Space with Nisi. Feel free to drop me a line at amerryspacewithnicee@yahoo.com. Remain safe and healthy.